Hi, I'm AC/DC Rocker 22. I make AC/DC covers primarily of live concerts, and if you've been following my channel recently, you may have noticed quite a few videos of me covering songs that have sounded extremely close to the original concert. Am I a fake? Let's find out. Alright, so, in here, we're gonna go look at the track files. Okay, so we've got the drum and bass from the concert on the left, the drum and bass on the right, and then we got the vocal track, and then there was like a sub in the 5.2 surround sound mix. Alright, and then we've got this. This is the same version, just the stereo. It's the stereo mix of If You Want Blood, and I just removed the left and the right channel, so only the center channel remains. Right? So I'm gonna undo this. Okay, I'm actually gonna redo this. Alright, so this is... Alright, getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go back. Alright, so we're gonna start with this. This is the backing track that's in the original project file that I used, and we're gonna play it. Alright, so there's some definitely some noticeable mic bleed from Angus and Malcolm in that backing track. Now this is the stereo mix, removed the sides, and gain matched so that it's going to be equal volume as the other one. Okay, notice how immediately how the crowd just sounds completely garbage, right? That's one of the reasons why I went with the surround sound mix, just because I wanted the best sounding mix possible. Okay, so there's basically zero guitars at all. Okay, so now I'm gonna solo the left and the right, which were my guitars that I recorded. Notice how it says bias, and then it's got the date in which it was recorded, and it's a WAV file. So it sounds close, but it's not exactly quite there, and that's because you need to hear it in the contents of a mix. So, what we're going to do, we're going to unmute the original backing track, and we're going to play it. Okay, sounds a hell of a lot better, and you're thinking, oh, well, that's just because there's, you know, the mic bleed from the other audible instruments. Now, we're gonna have the one that's got absolutely zero guitar in it, and we're gonna hear how that sounds. And there we go, it still sounds great. Now, how do we know this isn't just the 5.1 surround mix rhythm guitars in these things? What's the proof? Well, we're gonna disable all the amp effects, all the guitar tracks, and we're gonna play it. And we're gonna hear, helps to mute that. Now we're gonna listen to it. Wow, DI guitar tracks. It's like I actually did record this Now, but what about these two solo tracks, huh? With solo center and solo right, what's up with that? And why does the tone sound so different? Well, if we enable these and we just get rid of that and we scroll this, we see that these two solo tracks are just the same rhythm guitar track, and I just pulled them to separate tracks so I could set different volume levels for the solos so they would, you know, stand out better in the mix. See, we've got the exact same waveforms just on the other tracks. It's crazy, right? And we're gonna unmute those. We're just gonna play from the original rhythm track. We're just gonna play it. Re-enabled the effects so we get some guitar tones. Both at the same time. Same thing. Same exact thing. Right? And now, where's the secret of the tone? Right? So we're going to start with the Malcolm tone. I'm going to open up my effects window. And we see I've got bias amp, a couple of EQs, and a reverb. We have the Munich 201 rhythm preset for bias amp. Right? Here's my guitar, amp, everything. Here's the big thing, the amp match. So, we're going to turn off the amp match and we're going to hear how it sounds. Alright, first, we're not going to be stupid, and we're going to actually solo it. Alright, so, now, we're going to hear what it sounds like unamp matched. And then what the hell is that? Sounds like garbage, right? Well, now, we're going to listen to it without amp match, and I'm going to turn amp match on, and then I'm just going to start fiddling around with it, and you'll hear the difference. So, we basically have a button that makes something that's arguably not even close to what we had originally to basically a dead-on match. And the closer I could get beforehand, the better the match would even sound. And now, how is that possible? What does that do? Well, you start with your source amp, which is what you're hearing now. Right? So you capture that. That's what you heard there. That's what you heard right there. That's the source. And then we go to the target. The target is going to be what you want to match. In this case, it was Malcolm's rhythm channel from the 5.1 surround sound mix that I used for the original backing track. And then I played that through this, and then you go to the, when you're done with that, you go to the match. You hit the button, and your previous guitar tone so goes from sounding like this to this. And then you can obviously play around with this mix over here, the bass middles and the highs and the level and all that stuff. And this is where we're slightly, ever so slightly rolled off the bass and ever so slightly increased the highs. And that's what I found worked the best. And I guess you could look at all the other stuff in there, but everything before the amp match doesn't really matter, because all you had to do was get in the ballpark, which is what I did. Right? And then we're going to do the same thing for the Angus tone. Just because we gotta be thorough, right? Gotta be thorough. Okay, so Angus tone. Gonna go to the amp match. And we're gonna go to the solo. And we're gonna play it. And we're gonna play it. Alright, and that's basically it. After this, I'm going to export just these 3 tracks. The rhythm, the lead pan to the right, and the backing track with no guitars. I'm just not even going to deal with any of that stuff. Just going to deal with these 4 tracks. In fact, I'm going to mute these as well. So only these 3 are going to show up. And you can have a listen and compare to the other video and see what exactly it sounds like. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the little insight to my my projects. And once again, sorry for the camera, but I really just wanted to be as raw as humanly possible. Take care.